Yo, what's happening, Raider Nation? It's your boy Soto here. You know what it is. Raiders versus the world. Talked about a team that the world loves to hate, your Las Vegas Raiders. All right, so I'm going to get to it really quick, but there's a video going out there. It went viral on Gino Smith on a 7-on-7 tournament. He won the tournament. His team won the tournament that he was coaching in South Florida, and he was just jawing at some dude. Apparently, this dude was, I guess, a Seahawks fan, and he was just saying, someone needs to humble you. You need an ego check, and blah, 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 and this and that. Now, everything that I've heard from Geno Smith, and I've heard about Geno Smith, is he's a level dude. He's chill. He's a real professional. He's a nice dude. Everyone seems to like him. Well, this may shed a little bit of a different light on him, and I'm not talking about it in a bad way, because, look, we had, however you want to feel about it, but for a long time, we had like a straight-laced, goody two-shoes type, like a good old guy. Whatever I've heard a bunch of different stuff. I've heard stuff from like he's a great leader to he's like a howdy doody and he's this and that and blah, blah, blah. I'm not disparaging our former quarterback. But I do know this. When the Raiders have won the most consistent, they've had a fiery bad boy style quarterback. Even Rich Gannon got into people's faces and cussed them out on the field, on the sidelines, in the locker room. Look, I'm not saying that's the only way to do it. What I'm saying is that's the only way we've won, doing it that way. So I'm going to take a step back and I'm going to say, look, I'm not saying that Geno Smith is going to be this super, ultra elite quarterback or whatever. He doesn't need to be that, but he does need to have an edge. And I think whenever a quarterback has an edge, they play a little bit better. They're a little bit, they come on the field with a little bit more bravado. They're a little bit borderline cocky, but I do like that. And you need to have that. You need to have that belief in yourself, because things aren't always going to go right. And when it's put all on your feet, like it is with quarterbacks, you have to have that mental strength to be able to push forward and produce. Because just like Gino said, they wrote me off, but I didn't write back. That is ultimate confidence in himself. If you don't know what I'm talking about, let's take a look at this video real quick, okay? I'm going to play it right now for you.
That's why they pay me the big bucks. That's why I get paid the big bucks. That's why they bring the big bucks to me. That's why they pay me the big bucks, nigga. I do it. That's why they pay me the big bucks.
Okay. It may not seem like it's a lot, but this is definitely a huge stretch or a huge kind of flip from what we've been led to believe and who we've been led to believe Geno Smith is. I'm telling you right now, when you have a locker room full of just the most alpha of the most alpha males, okay? These guys that in the locker rooms, even like the bottom of the roster guys who are going to get cut, even those guys are the alpha of the alpha players, right? When you have a team like that, these guys are, of course, they're professional and they're athletes and this and that, blah, blah, blah. But these dudes are competitive. There's that like Neanderthal inside of them. Every single one of these NFL players, no matter what position they play, no matter where they went to school, no matter what, if they're worth their salt, they have this like beast in them, right? And if you're gonna lead those guys from the field, you need to have an attitude like Geno Smith showed right now in that tape. He showed that this dude is willing to put it all on the line, to get up in people's faces and tell them, yo, this is what's up. You have been disrespecting me. People say all this stuff about Geno Smith. I'm telling you right now, I am ecstatic over this because we've been waiting for this for quite some time. Okay. I think that a lot of the Raider decision makers have gone the exact opposite way when it came to the leader of this team. Why are we running away from who we are? Right? Why are we running away from it? Why don't we just lean into it? Right? When stuff happens, like I was listening to a podcast today, and on the podcast was the comedian Shane Gillis, right? And Shane Gillis, when went through his controversy, he didn't shy away from the controversy. He leaned into it. He didn't change his podcast. He was still saying the same things on his podcast. He is like, look, anything that happens to me, I probably deserve it because I was saying some pretty wild stuff. But guess what? That's who I am. That's my comedy. I'm not, he said this himself. He said that, I'm paraphrasing. He's not going to be this, social justice warrior, or he's not going to be this free speech advocate. He's just going to be himself. And because of that, the attention that he was able to garner got people's eyes on him, that he is a very talented comic. He's a very talented person. This, I believe, can bring that type of attention to Geno Smith. Now, is this as serious or anything? I think this was more of a lighthearted thing, honestly. Geno Smith actually went out to say a couple of things, and I'm gonna finish with that, but I'm gonna say this first. The attention that hopefully this gives Geno Smith will put him a little bit of a notch higher in people's eyes, because when you're out there being this button down type of straight-laced corporate dude, and you don't have that dog in you, this shows the dog in Geno Smith. He's willing to talk and get up in people's faces. He don't care. Yeah, they pay me the big bucks for this reason, because I win. So let's take a listen to what he said, okay? Right here it says, having fun with the game, I love, man. The need for clicks and negativity takes away from the great event that happened this past weekend. This is what Geno Smith wrote and highlighted the competitive spirit of the tournament, noting all the kids had fun and competed. All around great event. This is how we talk in Dade County. I'm sorry, you might not understand. So this is a clap back. This is not Geno Smith winning and throwing it in people's faces. This is Geno Smith hearing from a dude the entire game about how he ain't nothing and how he needs an ego check and all this other nonsense. And he goes out there, wins the tournament. He's like, yo, I win because that's why they pay me the money that they do, because I know what I'm doing. So look, he also had a kind of a lighthearted, kind of funny response. Geno Smith compared what was happening on the back and forth with the heckler, basically, to like a family reunion or a family gathering. He said, I've heard worse at family reunion spades tables, which, look, I've been to a few family reunions that had spades tables. I'll tell you something right now. They are not nice. Like, the worst things that you could talk about, if you got one leg, they're going to call out your one leg. If you got a glass eye, they're going to call out your glass eye. I'm just telling you right now, I've been at these tables, and they're brutal. So as far as that goes, when we've won consistently, okay, Jim Plunkett, love the man. He's no angel. The Snake, we all know he wasn't an angel, right? And you have other guys out there who, Rich Gannon, we already talked about him. How he was, he was no angel. You know what I'm saying? And he went out there, and he's a deeply religious man, but you heard him screaming in John Gruden's face, spit flying back and forth. This guy is not a guy that's going to, or he wasn't a guy on the field that was going to let anyone tell him something that he knew was wrong, right? He was going to stand up for himself. And ultimately, that's what we're looking for. We're looking for a guy who can lead this team, not only with his play, but with his actions, with his heart, and also with his words. Because I'll tell you something right now. If something pops off this season on the field, you best believe that Geno Smith is going to be one of those guys that's right in the forefront. So look, one more time before we go again, let's take a listen to Geno Smith popping off one more time.
That's why they pay me the big bucks. That's why I get paid the big bucks.
Tell him, Gino.
That's why they bring the big bucks to me. That's why they pay me the big bucks, nigga. I do it. That's why they pay me the big bucks.
Whew, look, some people may like it, some people may not like it, but I'll tell you something right now. Learn to love it, because Geno Smith is the best thing going in Raider Nation at quarterback today. All right, guys, that's my time. I really appreciate you guys watching. Go ahead and like, comment, and subscribe to this video. It's an excellent way to support the channel. It's absolutely free to do, and it's the bare minimum you can do to support the channel besides doing absolutely nothing and just watching the video. Keep on doing what you're doing, guys. I really appreciate you. I heard the story. I wanted to hop on and make a quick video for tomorrow, and this is going to be coming out on a Tuesday, July 1st. I'm going to push some videos back because I want to play this video right away to give you guys the content that you need. Please, 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 you guys are killing it. We're over 2,600 subscribers from the grassroots. I haven't been on I mean, I went on Farrell's podcast twice, and I do appreciate that, but I haven't really been promoting the podcast. I want to wait on that to make a big push. What I want to do is grow at grassroots like we're doing right now. Get a hold of Raider Nation from the roots and say, look, man, this dude is a legit member of Raider Nation. He loves football. He loves to talk Raiders. And that's the kind of content and that's the kind of people that I want subscribing and commenting on this content that I make for you guys. So please make sure to also hit the notification button. That way you're notified whenever I go live or I drop a new video. Also, go ahead and share this to your socials. If you like the video, go ahead and share it to your socials. It's a quick share. Just click that share button. Whatever social media that you have attached to your YouTube channel, it'll go ahead and send it there. If you don't have one attached, go ahead and attach it. It's really easy to do. It's really fun, and you can all go ahead and talk to your smack to all the other NFL fans across the league. So make sure, you guys, to please go out there and spread the word for me. I'm doing my best making the content out there. You guys need to help me out too. We're doing this together, man. We've been together from the very beginning, and there's some guys out there who've been there from day one. And I really appreciate every single one of you guys. If you're a day one guy or this is your first day here, I really appreciate every single one of you. So tell your friends, tell your haters, tell your mamas, tell everybody. Raiders versus the world is the greatest thing going in Raider Nation today. All right, guys, that's my time. Until next time, everybody. Peace. Hey, Raider Nation. Thanks for watching. There's plenty more where that came from. Go ahead and smash that like button. Drop a comment. Make sure to subscribe and share to all your socials. It's the bare minimum you can do without doing absolutely nothing.